Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Likith from HC. I'm under the guidance of Honraju sir. So, my topic for today is parking assistance system. So, let us move on further. So, the contents which I have included for this seminar are introduction. So, that I am introducing you regarding the advanced driver assistance system and the parking assistance system, and the literature survey section includes some of the papers that I have went through. So, and the concepts or idea behind the parking assistance system and the procedure, the step-by-step procedure which is involved, and some of the key components it is involved in, and the proposed solution result analysis, and some of the test cases which is used to perform the algorithm performance, and moving on further to advantages and limitations, and finally concluding the topic with future work and references. Yes, moving on to the introduction part, since my parking assistance system is one of the application, of advanced driver assistance system. So let me introduce you first about ADAS, that is the Advanced Driver Assistance System technology. So advanced driver assistance system are the intelligent system that resides inside the vehicle and assist or help the driver in controlling their own vehicle. As you can know, from 2018 to 2020, the accident statistics, if we observe, the percentage of accidents are keeps on increasing. So this indicates that, or shows that, so there is a need of these system which need to be implemented in the vehicles. So if these systems are implemented into the vehicles, so then it reduces such collisions and provides safety. There are various applications and features of this ADAS. They are so parking assistance system, forward collision, lane departure system, and pedestrian detection, and even much more. Okay, so coming out of which I have chosen the parking assistance system. So it is a well-known fact that the vehicle parking plays a vital role. So in the upbringing of our city, so citizens of any country, for that matter, finds difficulty while parking their vehicle, especially in case of metropolitan cities where the traffic is highly loaded. So this problem is also faced by highly populated locations such as shopping malls, institutions, or hospitals, etc., and so on. So I can quote that one of the widely used ADAS is the system which assists the driver during parking. So the figure below shows the in-dash screen of the vehicle, so which is equipped with the parking assistance system. So that helps the driver while parking. Actually, the system here includes the rear view camera, so which will be on only when the driver applies the reverse gear. So and it is displayed to the in the in-dash board of the in-dash screen as shown in the figure. So actually you can observe there are three different lines like green, yellow, and red, where green and yellow so represents that the vehicle is safer and it is much far apart from the any obstacle. So whereas the red line indicates it's the danger portion. So like that, so this is the current existing system, so till now we can find in every of our cars. So moving on further to the literature survey. The literature survey, first I have studied the NBA IoT based smart car parking system. So here actually the proposed system is used for so booking a parking lot at any particular time using an application or through website, which reduces the user time in searching the parking lot. And here the users can access the parking lot through scanning of QR code. Next, the next paper I have researched is surround view algorithm for parking assistance system. Here, the proposed system assists the driver by generating a top view image of the space which is around the vehicle. So, and it is displayed in the in-dash screen of the vehicle. So, by in the real time. So, and assist the driver while parking, comfortable and safer. Next, a distributed Markovian parking assistance system. So actually here in this system, assist the driver about the availability of parking lots along the streets. Okay. So this is done by the system by taking the information such as probability of finding the parking spaces, for example, if it is more or less, so on the streets. So finally, based on that, the recommendations are given to the drivers. So for congestion balancing. Next is automatic parking identification and vehicle guidance with road awareness. This system detects the vacant parking slots and safely guides the vehicle into the selected parking area. So this is done by three computer connected webcams which are attached to the vehicle, which start searching for a vacant parking slots. So when the vehicle slows down and gives information to the driver, and it gives the information to the driver using the different color signs. For example, if a parking lot is available, and it will be indicated. The system indicates it with either green or red. For example, if it is indicated with green, so it is a legal parking lot. If it is red, it is already booked lot, or maybe it is maybe no parking lot, like that. Next paper is intelligent parking system for parking guidance and damage notification. So actually here the system has two functions. So car parking guidance and even the damage notifications. Here the system provides a path planning image, so that is displayed on the onboard computer system. So to indicate the directions of the wheels in which the car is moving. So the damage notification system consists of car camera shock sensors, so placed in front and rear of the vehicle, so that records the incident when the driver is not in the car actually. So the communication is done between the user and the driver here. So the driver and the system here through either through vocally and even through visually. So next, moving on further. So actually this is my main concept. This is surround wave algorithm for parking assistance system. Actually, the surround wave algorithm is also used for assisting the driver while he is parking the vehicle. So the main concept behind this is that it produces a top view image of the space around the vehicle. Top view, it actually generates a top view image of the space which is around the vehicle. So how it is done? We may have the question. So this is done by using either 4 to 6 wide angle cameras, generally called fisheye lenses, so which are mounted around the vehicle facing the different directions. So the images which are captured by these cameras are passed through the different processes like camera calibration process, image stitching process, and so on, and finally generates a top view image of the space around the vehicle. And this is as shown in the figure. So where the driver is intimated with the in-dashboard of the screen in the real time, so during parking. So moving on to further, so this is the procedure section which indicates the, so in order to generate a top view final top view image, a step-by-step course of actions need to be performed. So as I mentioned earlier, 4 wide angle cameras are mounted onto different sides of the vehicles. These cameras generally have a wide recording angle, varying from 100 to 180 degree. So these images which are captured by these cameras are distorted due to their fisheye effect. So what is meant by distortion means here, so there will be a little change or twist that makes something appear different from it, from the way it is really is. So I mean here I am meaning that here I am referring to that image, so which is captured by the cameras, which is distorted, means the image looks a bit changed from that of the way it should be actually is. So due to this fisheye effect of the cameras. So thus image distortion correction should be performed prior to the further processing of acquired images. So in order to perform the image distortion correction, so first the camera calibration operation or process need to be carried out. So once the camera calibration process is performed, so it calculates the camera parameters, which is then used to remove the distortion or fisheye effect from the acquired input images. So finally, the final look of the top view image, it mainly depends on the precision of determining the camera parameters. So from the calibration process. So after image distortion correction is performed, image stitching need to be performed. So where it stitches the images from the adjacent cameras, so without the image edges. So this is one of the greatest challenge in obtaining the final top view image. So moving on further, actually there are 3 key components which are involved in producing a surround wave. So one is geometric alignment, the second one is photometric alignment, and the third one includes the composite wave synthesis. So actually, so the geometric alignment tells that it actually includes the fisheye lens distortion correction and even the perspective transformation. So as I told earlier, fisheye lens distortion correction will be performed in the calibration process. Whereas what do you mean by perspective transformation here means, so perspective transformation is the process where the coordinates of the image in a plane are projected to another plane from 2 different centers of projections. Actually, it is projected. Okay. So next, so moving on, composite wave synthesis. So here a synthesis algorithm is present which produces a composite surround wave. So by after the geometric and photometric corrections. Next, moving on to the proposed solution. Actually, the proposed solution consists of 2 main algorithms, that is the camera calibration algorithm and the algorithm for generating the final output top wave image. So before moving on to the camera calibration algorithm, so first we need to set up some requirements. So those requirements are generally the ADAS Alpha development board. So with the Vision SDK sensor, Vision SDK software, sorry, and these are used to capture the images. So are used, which is as shown in the figure that you can see here. So then moving on further, so with the camera. So how this camera calibration process works. Let me tell you that first. So then how it is implemented into this procedure, I'll tell you next. Okay. So first the camera calibration process works like this. First, in case of camera calibration, we need to select a calibration target. So the target may includes like chessboard pattern, square grid pattern, circle hexagonal pattern, or circle regular grid pattern. So out of this, we need to select one of the target. So, and the calibration process involves the following steps. Okay. So first we need to select a pattern and download it. If it is not available, we can create our own and we need to print it. And we need to mount this pattern so on a rigid flat surface. We need to take many pictures of this target, so from the different orientations and distances. So then finally we need to download this picture and select the ones which are in focus, means which is of good clarity. So, and we need to use the provided examples to automatically detect the calibration target and compute parameters. So which is used for removal of distortion. So finally, this calibration file is moved to the safer location. So similarly, so coming on to our concept here, the chessboard like calibration pattern is you choose as one of the target, and then it is mounted on a flat surface. And 15 calibration images are captured, so each with the different positions and orientations of calibration pattern. Example of the captured calibration image is as shown in the figure A. So in the figure B is the actually the corners which are drawn, so which I'll explain in the further slides. Okay. So after collecting the calibration images, so the camera parameters have to be calculated, which is used for removing the fisheye effect or distortion. And this should be done by using the camera calibration algorithm. So the camera calibration algorithm is generally developed in Python using OpenCV library. So, and that which includes fisheye module. So moving on to the next. Moving on to the next, so comes the flow chart actually. So as we seen that we have taken the calibration images from different orientations and we have selected the one within with a good focus. So then here observe the flow chart here. So we need to first load the calibration image. Then we need to find the chessboard corners. How to find the chessboard corners? We are using a find the chessboard corner OpenCV function for finding the chessboard corner. So once the corners are found, we need to add 2D or 3D points into the point planes. So this can be done by the draw chessboard corners, which draws the curvatures on the calibration images. So after this, we are again checking the if there is next calibration image is present or not. If the next calibration image is present, then we will follow the same procedure like loading the calibration image, finding chessboard corners, and so on. So if there is no next calibration image, if it is the end, then we need to perform the calibration algorithm. So which at the end calculates the camera calibration camera parameters. So which is used for removal undistorting of the fisheye effect image. So for that we are using fisheye.calibrate function, so which is used for removal of the calibration patterns. So in this figure B, that is at the right side, you can see the corners which are drawn. So that is done using the draw chessboard corners function. Next, moving on to the second algorithm, that is algorithm for generating the output of the image of the space around the vehicle. So actually this is the major flow chart of the working. So where which will be explained in the further in detail in the further slides. So first we need to load the left camera frame, right camera frame means the pictures are captured from the different cameras which are placed at the different sides like left, right, and front and back. Then we need to apply the lens distortion correction technique. So after that, inverse perspective transformation, and based on that, if the left image is rotated by 90 degree and right camera image is rotated by minus 90 degree, that is exactly the reverse, and front camera image is placed like that only. So and the back image is rotated by 180 degree. After all these, the image stitching is performed. Then we will get the final top view image. So I'll explain this in detail in the further slides. So okay. So next, moving on further. So here the frames which are captured by 4 cameras are placed at different sides like left, right, front and rear of the vehicles which are loaded. So that is in the first step of the flow chart here. Okay, so loading is done. So then the red lines are drawn around the vehicle to enable better stitching of the images captured from the adjacent cameras. So when creating the single top view image here in the figure 5, you can observe that. So the images which are captured by the different cameras like front, back, left and right cameras at different sides of the vehicles. So around the vehicle, actually a red line is drawn. So this is used so for the image stitching process. So so the stitching will not go wrong in order to make image stitching better. So after loading the frames into the lens distortion correction, so lens distortion correction is performed. That is the second step in this flowchart. So after lens distortion correction is performed, we are obtaining the camera calibration parameters. And as a result, the result of this will be shown in the figure 6. See, after the lens distortion correction, so the images will become like this. The A, B, C, D are the front, back and left and right cameras images. Actually here we can observe that the lines have become straight. So actually here the lines have become straight, and the next step for the after lens distortion correction, we need to go for a inverse perspective transformation, which is one of the function under so perspective transformation. Actually this function uses a Okay, this function defines a quadrangle on the corrected image whose dimensions determine the wideness of the element inside it. So by comparing the quadrangle in both horizontal and vertical directions, it is possible to determine the dimensions, that is the height and width of the quadrangle. So in which the in which the car can be placed off. So and the result of this perspective transformations after this perspective transformations are shown in this figure 8. So you can observe that in figure 8 there are 4 different figures A, B, C and D. So and these are figures which are obtained after the inverse perspective transformation method. So after this we need to rotate this. Okay, after this we need to rotate this in the form of like this. So the left camera image is rotated with 90 degree. That is, so the left is the C part. The C part is rotated with 90 degree, and the right one is rotated with minus 90 degree. That is, the T image is rotated with minus 90 degree, and the front is not at all rotated. It is stayed as it is, and the back one, that is the C image, is rotated with 180 degree. So once all these have been performed, so overlapping views of the images are determined using the red lines, so that were added on the input images while formatting a quadrangle on the vehicle. So finally, so the result shows like this. Example of a top view image of the space around the vehicle is finally generated. So and this is done by using by implementing various algorithms like camera calibration algorithm, where lens distortion correction is performed. Next, perspective transformation, where inverse perspective transformation function is used. So and finally the image stitching is used, so which is the greatest task in order to bring back the top view image of the space around the vehicle. And this image so will be displayed to the and this image will be displayed to the in-dash board of the vehicle in the real time during parking, and which makes the driver more comfortable and safer while parking the vehicle. So now let us see some of the test cases and algorithm performance testing. Here we are not doing anything. So here we are applying the same process that we have mentioned earlier. So and we are taking, before going to that, we are taking the same ADAS Alpha development board with 4 fisheye wide angle cameras are attached mounted onto it, and we are creating 3 different test cases here. So and we are creating 3 different test cases. Here the test case 1 describes that, so some of the objects are located around the regions of the vehicle, so which are common from the 2 different adjacent cameras. For example, in the figure 11 shows the various views of the uh, cameras which are captured. So here you can observe, so the boxes are present at front and the right cameras, if I'm not wrong. Yes, front and the right cameras, since they are adjacent. So these boxes are present in the front and the right cameras, and the figure 12 shows the comparison with the referent image, how it is formed. So next, coming on to the test case 2. Test case 2 is almost similar to test case 1. So, but the only difference is that, so here in the test, here also the same objects are placed around the vehicle. So, but the difference is that there is the positions of the surrounding objects are captured from the different cameras here. For example, there they are captured from front and right cameras, but here, so it is captured from B and D, that is back and right cameras. They are also adjacent. So, but this should not be happen, but this has happened. So therefore we can figure 14 shows the comparison with the referent image. So by comparing the outputs of test cases 1 and 2, so we may conclude that some misalignments are present. So this may be due to some image information may be lost during undistortion process in the lens distortion correction technique. And during perspective transformation may introduce some additional distortion which may not be correcting, and the cameras may not be mounted properly. So, and some photometric misalignments can also be present here, since this proposed algorithm does not use the photometric alignment. So coming on to the test case 3. So this test case 3 is different from test case 1 and 2. So how I can say that here is, so actually a tape set is surrounded with the car. So, and it is set on the floor. So here also, so here no objects are surrounded with the vehicles. So instead a tape set is generated. So, and you can see that figure 15 shows the front and front, back, left and right cameras, so of the images, and figure 16 shows whereas the figure 16 shows the comparison of the referent images. Here you can compare the two things, that is, so in the figure 16a you observe, so the referent image, the spaces are equally distributed from the crosses, whereas in case of figure 16b, so the spaces are not equally distributed, and even there we can observe some rotation is some rotation is observed. Okay, so and this again may be due to some of the misalignments, like improper mounting of camera holders, or due to some photometric misalignments. So these are the test cases results. And coming on to the advantages and limitations part. So first one, let us tell you the advantages. Okay, so the system decreases driver exhaustion during car parking. Yes, in order to explain this, let us assume a scenario in case of metropolitan cities, and if suppose a huge traffic is present, the user gets exhausted, obviously. So while parking his vehicle, since he need to continuously observe the left, right, rear, so and front spaces of the vehicle, so while parking. So therefore, by deploying these systems, since it produces the overall top view image of the space around the vehicle, so it makes him, so it reduces the driver exhaustion and parks the vehicle safely. So next, the enhanced view of the region around the vehicle, so and decreases the probability of injuries towards the car. Yes, I have to explain this. I have told earlier in case of, for example, in heavy traffic streets, so there may be some collisions of the car with the obstacles, so leading to injuries. Since this system provides a top view image of the space around the vehicle and is displayed to the driver in the in-dash screen during the real times, and reduces the probability, and this reduces the probability of collisions or injuries to the car, hence providing a safety to the vehicle and even for the driver. So, and next, more effective utilization of tight parking spaces. So for this to explain, let us consider a scenario. So where the parking space is same as that of the size of the car. So in such cases, what the driver thinks is that, so it is very difficult to park here. So let me see the
Hello,
other park.
Likit. I mean, sorry to interrupt. Even if I need to schedule it for 30 minutes because all the time we need to invest for questionnaires.
Sir, ಇಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
ಹೌದು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ವೆರಿ
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸರ್
ಆಫ್ ದ ಟಾಪಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ.
So in the since this algorithm produces a overall top view of the image around the, so this can be effectively, the tight parking, even the tight parking spaces can also be utilized effectively. So the only limitation is that the system does not produces the system does not produces the exact top view image because of the some misalignments, like the improper mounting of cameras on holders or due to photometric alignment misalignments. So this is one of the limitations. So finally, concluding the topic. Okay, finally concluding the topic. So the proposed system deals with the creation of the top view image of the space around the vehicle. So which is done by using 4 in-vehicle fisheye cameras. So which enables the driver to perform the parking more comfortable and safer. So in the presented solution, firstly, actually the 4 fish angle wide eye cameras are present in order to remove the fisheye effect. So the calibration process are involved. So and after that, certain operations are applied to the image captured from the different cameras. So to obtain the final top view. So to test this algorithm, so 3 different test cases are being created. So and some with the using the ADAS Alpha development board, and we have concluded that the result shows the output of this image does not exactly match. So due to some misalignments. So next, moving on to the future work. So the future work is that some of the steps can be taken. So in order to make the referent image, in order to make the top view image to look more similar as the referent image, we need to generate a generation of new calibration image, and performing more precise calibration process can be done. And the camera should be mounted in such a way that there are no horizontal and vertical deviation. Additionally, photometric alignment could be implemented in order to remove the photometric misalignments. So next, these are the references, some of the papers that I have referred. Finally, thank you.
Okay, my first question is, in the introduction you told the blind spot detection will be done, but yellow procedures yellow address
sorry, ಯಾವುದು sir?
Detection. A blind spot.
Blind spot detection.
Vehicle. Introduction slide alli. So collision warning, mitigation, okay, all these aspects will be covered, but slide number 3.
No, ida sir.
To my understanding, other aspects were covered, but in blind spot detection, major challenge and concept vehicle there will be a blind spot. And an introduction slide number 3.
Sir, ide.
Slide number 3. You will consider the very PDF. Slide number 3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, which is very
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಬ್ರು ಕಳಿಸಿದೀವಿ, ನಂದು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ.
ಹೇಮಂತ್ ಸರ್, ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಇದು ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್,
ಹೇಮಂತ್ ರಾಜ್ ಸರ್,
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸರೌಂಡ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಸರೌಂಡ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸರ್. ಇದ್ರ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ನಂದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹೇಮಂತ್ ರಾಜು ಕಳಿಸಿದ, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅವಂದು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು.
ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ 360 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ವ್ಯೂ.
ಸರ್ ಹೌದು, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ 360 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ವ್ಯೂ ಕವರ್ ಆಗೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಆಗ 360 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ವ್ಯೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಟು ದ ಇನ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್. So inside the driver, who is inside the vehicle, so that he can park the vehicle so easily. Can reduce.
ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್.
ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಲಿಟರೇಚರ್ ಸರ್ವೆ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದಿರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಯಾವ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ನೇಮ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ these are standard journals ಅಲ್ವಾ.
ಅಲ್ಲ IEEE ಇಂದಾನೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು ಸರ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸಿಂಧು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ
ಇದ್ರು?
ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾಸ್ 15 ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ. ವೈ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ 15?
Ma'am, angala ma'am, example. No ma'am, actually here for calibration process they are taking 15, okay, from different orientations. Out of this, only the best one will be selected. So the best one with a good precision and with a good clarity, which is in focus, that image will be selected and it is done.
ಹೇಗೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್, ಇದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಅದು?
Certain
ಲಿಖಿತ್
ಸರ್,
ಅದ್ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿ ಫಿಗರ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ನಾನು ಈಗ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಅದರ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಅಂತ.
ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರ್ ಸರ್ವೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ IoT ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ ಪಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅದು ಬುಕ್ಕಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಏನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೀರಾ ಇದರಿಂದ ನಿಮ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಗೆ? ನಿಮ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಈ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇಂದ?
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅದು ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ ಪಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್.
ಅದೇ ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀರಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಗೆ?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇದು ಈಗ ನಮ್ದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಂಗೂ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ದೆನ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡೆಡ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಇನ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್, ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸ್ಗೂ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದಲ್ವಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇನ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಸೀನ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಅವರ್ ಓನ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸ್. So through these applications or websites. So athara ankondu nanu athara informations extract ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. That will be under the future scopes.
Okay.
ಲಿಖಿತ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಇಂದ ತಗೊಂಡು ತಗೊಂಡು we will perform image stitching. Stitching ಅಲ್ಲಿ from left and right camera we are doing some rotation operation.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್?
ಸರ್ ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಎ ಬಂದು ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಇದು ಸರ್, ಇದು ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾದು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಇಮೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಬಿದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ. ಸೊ ವೆರಾಸ್ CD ಬಂದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾಸ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾಸ್ ನ ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿಜುವಲಿ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಯು ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬೆಟರ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. C is rotated. That means left camera ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ the image will be so like rectangular box. Means how I can say, ಈ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇದು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಇಮೇಜ್ -90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ -90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ
ಅಲ್ಲ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನೆ.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್, ಈಗ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ವ್ಯೂ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ದು ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಬೇಡ. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ನ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೈಟ್ ಇಂದ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಇಮೇಜ್ ನ -90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಇಮೇಜ್ ನ 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕಾರ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ we will get the complete car image. So after stitching without any visible image.
ನೀವು ಲಿಖಿತಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ABCD, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಇದನ್ನ ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ A ಇದೆ, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್,
ಅದು ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್ ನಾನು. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಸರ್ ಈಗ ಹಿಂಗಿದೆ,
ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅದು ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್. ಈ ತರ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಆ ತರ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಹಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Without that we cannot.
Okay, that was fine. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ನೀವು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್ ಯು obtained, you need to compare it with other similar benchmarks. ಆ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಮಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಜೊತೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದೊಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟಿಂಗ್. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ A. So with this procedure you got some outcome. There will be other similar procedures, okay, which are almost near to this or similar to this.
Sir actually ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ,
ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, with this procedure this was the result. Procedure
ಸರ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಮೊದ್ಲು ಈಗಿರೋ
ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ತಗೊಬೇಕು. ವಿತ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ maybe we got this outcome. With a different approach this would be the outcome, and our outcome is better in these ways, in these aspects ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಆ ತರ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಫೈನಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ okay, the procedure that you have selected for discussion is better one.
ಅದೇ ಸರ್, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಈಗ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈಗ ಇರೋ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ರೇರ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೀನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಗೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಮ್ ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾಸಾನಿಕ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಟಾಪ್ ವೇವ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ದ ರೇರ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಆನ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೋಟ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಆಮ್
ಲಿಖಿತ್, ನನಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಫೀಲ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹಂಡ್ರೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗ್. ಇನ್ನೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಅದರ್ ವೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಬ್ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನೀವು ಆ ತರ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಬಲ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ನನ್ನ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಒನ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Definitely there will be other ways of calibrating the camera, maybe in a much more effective way ಇರಬಹುದೇನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. You should explore that in the literature. Image stitching ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ the calibration was done, what was the outcome, how it is better than other approaches. ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ, ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಆಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್.
ಹೇಮಂತ್ ಸರ್,
ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು, ನಾವು ಇವರು EC ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ?
ಹೌದೌದು,
ಅವಾಗ 18 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಾಗ ಒಬ್ರು ಟೆಕ್ಸಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಟೆಕ್ಸಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆನೆ. ಅವರು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಇದೇ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಲಿಖಿತ್ ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಗಳು ಅಡಾಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು ನಾವು ಇದು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಗ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ತಗೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗದೆ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಗಳು ಅಡಾಸ್ ಇದು ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಕಾರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಆ ಕಾರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾತ್ರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ನಾವು ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ, ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಡಾಸ್. ಸೊ ಟೆಕ್ಸಾಸ್ ಅವರು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸುಮಾರು ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇವ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಕಾರ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇಂಡೋರ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಂಡೋರ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ವ್ಯೂ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಔಟ್ಡೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಮೇಜ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫೀಚರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಇಂಡೋರ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಔಟ್ಡೋರ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಕಾರ್ ಪಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್, ಇಂಡೋರ್ ಕಾರ್ ಪಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಟ್. ಈಗ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಲೈಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದೇನ ಔಟ್ಡೋರ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ತುಂಬಾ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ, ಪಾಪ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಗೊಂದು ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್, ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಬೇರೆ ಏನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಹೌ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲಿಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಅವಾಗ ಒಂದು
ಸರಿ ಸರ್
ಆಗೋದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸರ್, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು
ಸರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಸರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್.
ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇನ್ನು ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 2 ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ 4 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಷ್ಟ.
ಹೌದೌದು, ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 4 ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಕಷ್ಟ.
ಹೌದೌದು.